If hypothetically Mazulla does get canned,
yep.
Who would be the best fit for Boston, you think?
Right now, truthfully, Doc Rivers.
You know, it's funny. That crossed my mind a couple times last week.
It's Doc Rivers. It would be
when,
Doc
when,
Rivers.
when we were going through the whole Mazulla thing, you can fire him thing.
And I didn't. And I actually heard this on the radio today, and I didn't. This is what made me realize it is that Doc Rivers could walk into the locker room and say, "I was here 15 years ago. Okay, 3 guys came here, including myself and 3 other guys. We had all never won a goddamn thing. Right? We came together and we won." And that was the beauty of that 2007, 2008 Celtics team.
Mm-hmm.
KG averaged like 18 points a game.
Mm-hmm. Easily
a career low. Ray Allen averaged a career low. Paul Pierce didn't average a ton of points either. They had, Rondo was a rookie that year. They came together. They played together. But, again, they had a guy like KG who would get in your face. And stuff. So I actually think that Doc Rivers could walk into the room saying, "Hey, I won here. I won a championship here."
Well, here's the thing. Here's the value of that. You have it's a franchise with 18 championships, right? But has won 17 championships, right?
Yep.
But has won only one title in the last 35 years. 36 years. Okay.
Yep. Since 86. Yeah.
And Doc is the only guy who can claim Doc's the only guy who can say that I did it. And I also won another one 2 years after that. The Lakers.
He almost won. If Kendrick Perkins hadn't been
agree.
hurt,
100%. I 100% agree with that. If Perkins get hurt in that series, they win probably in 6 games. Yep. I just think that I know that the stock on Rivers these days is very low because of I've even said it myself. I wrote a blog about this back in 2017 when he was at the Clippers that he's very overrated, and I think he's been living up that Celtics title for far too long. That being said, it's not that he's not a good coach. He just can't get you over the hump. He's just one of those guys that can get you so far. And I think Doc, with the right pieces, can get you over the hump. Yeah,
all right. So when Doc was in LA, it's not his fault that the owner let the players walk all over him. It's not Doc's fault that the owner allowed the Kawhi and Paul George to basically basically do whatever they wanted to.
Right.
It's not Doc's fault. The owner made those commitments that he could get the guys to go there. It's not Doc's fault that James Harden doesn't know how to show up in a playoff series. You know what I mean? Joel Embiid played his ass off for Doc Rivers. Doc's a good coach. I just think he's one of those guys that after a couple of years, he just grates on somebody. He might just get on these guys. But if he came to Boston for 2 or 3 years, he'd be the perfect guy to set up a guy like Joe Mazulla to take over.
Yeah.
But you're not going to be able to bring Doc Rivers and say to Joe Mazulla, "Okay, you're going to go back to being an assistant."
Yeah, it's true. At this point, no. Either you keep Mazulla now.
Yeah, because they took the interim tag off him. If they didn't take the interim tag off him, it'd be a whole different story.
Felt a little too soon, but at the same time, they actually were. If I'm not mistaken, were they better this year than they were last year? Regular season wise, yeah.
No, they lost. I think they won one more game last year than this year. That's
still impressive though.
1 or 2. And the ironic thing, they were on pace to win more. All the issues started to happen the day after they took the interim tag off of Mazulla, and after the All-Star break.
Yeah. They basically said the opposite of last season, where last year they started slow, then caught fire after New Year's, and then this year they kind of went the reverse, sort of. Not as bad though, because they were able to hold serve.
And the players hated Udoka last year at the beginning of the year. They hated him. They wanted him fired.
Really?
They wanted him fired. They hated him.
I didn't know that.
Because he busted their balls.
So that's what you need.
Yeah. Hey, look, he's not there to be a friend.
Totally
we all hate our boss at times, but you know what? They're there to do a job. They're not there to be your buddy.
I agree. But like I said,